What are the signs you need to look out for to know that your marriage is sex starved? Some couples only have sex on special occasions, maybe on Valentine's Day, maybe on their marriage or wedding anniversary. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. It's good to have you here again. I am Olabisi and I'm so excited to have you watch me this week. Every week we drop a video that talks about relationships, love, family. If you're a first timer on this channel, I say thank you for watching and please do check back again. I have a couple of other videos that you can watch as well. And if you are a returning subscriber, you know how much I love you. Thank you for being real. Thank you for always supporting me. All right, guys, today in this video, we're going to be looking at some ingredients that would help you revive a sex-starved relationship. This will be divided into two parts. The first part is where we get to even know how you can identify that your marriage is sex-starved or even sexless. If you're interested in this kind of content, why don't you follow me? Come along with me as we unravel the misery behind this. I told you the other time that we'll be looking at things that you should look out for you to discover, to know, or to be sure that your marriage is sex-starved or sexless. Okay, in Nigeria, where I'm filming from, a lot of marriages are so stressed, under pressure, except you want to lie or deceive ourselves. In reality, many marriages are stressed at the moment. From marriage issues, pressure from family, money issues, relationship issues, and everything. There are so many issues that would or that could potentially make a marriage boring. And this will in turn affect the kind of bond that you share. It may not necessarily chase it out of the room, but it will definitely affect it, minimize it, and in turn, over time, affects how often you get sexually intimate with your partner. I'm married with about 9 years experience. Yes, 9 years experience. So I'm going to be talking today based on my experience, and I want you to please drop your comment in the comment section. Let me know what you feel about this, because nobody knows it all, right? Nobody knows it all. People get to pay a whole lot of money to marriage counselors, not for any reason, but because over time they have lost the spark in their marriage and they really want to make it work. That's even one section of couples that are in this situation. A section of couples that found themselves in this relationship want to make it work, right? They want to revive their marriage and make it the once bubbly, exciting, kind of relationship. And we have the other segment that does not even want to try at all. They don't even want to make any effort at reviving their marriage. But if you are one who wants to revive your marriage and you feel like that marriage is seriously starved of sex, is seriously starved of intimacy, then let us look at some of the practical things that could, first of all, cause your marriage to be in such situation. First of all, money issues. Maybe the man is not doing as much as he should do. Maybe he's not living up to his responsibility as the breadwinner. Maybe the woman has been the one that, has had to bring money to the table, take care of the kids, take care of the bills, take care of everything in the house, around the home. And this causes some sort of bottled emotions, resentment. The woman begins to see the man as not even worthy of manning the house to start with. And then somehow unconsciously, it takes away sex from the equation. Like, the mentality is, I cannot be the one doing everything and then you will still want to come and sleep with me. For what? Like, for what? Are you playing? That's the mentality of most women. But in actual sense, there are some things that we cannot control, that we cannot, as humans, we do not have control over them. One of such things is a man who's trying hard to make money, who goes out every day hoping to bring some money to the house, who does all kinds of businesses as the father of the home, as the head of the home, as the breadwinner. I mean, in Africa, it is believed that men should be the breadwinner, sole breadwinner, I mean. And men who are trying hard to keep up with this, responsibility or societal cliche should not be blamed as such for not being able to make money, because that they are trying to make this money, All right, as a woman, you know that they go out every other morning, they go out every other day to try and make money, but it's not just coming through. Probably because of economic issues, probably because they are underskilled, or probably because they are not just, money is not just coming. It could be for spiritual reasons. As a woman, it could be difficult, but a woman in such situations should not take out her vexation on the man. A woman should learn to understand sometimes. It is difficult, I know. It is difficult. I can tell you for free that it is difficult. But you know, for a man who is trying to make ends meet, women should learn to also understand with them. But there are some categories of men. Those ones are not even trying at all. Maybe they have gotten wind of their wife's financial status. They know, the bank account details and everything, and they know that the wife has what it takes to take care of the home. They just relax and be watching Netflix. Those ones belong to another category entirely. The crux of this conversation is that whichever category you belong, whether your man is trying but it's not just getting the money, or he's not even trying at all, it will still affect your relationship with him. Because one of the sole responsibilities of a man is to provide for the family. Once he's not doing that efficiently, the woman begins to see him as being less of a man. One of them is money. Another one could be infidelity. Maybe you have a man who is always out there with other girls, frolicking with girls, with women and everything. He doesn't even have time for you. He's not even the one that would, remember your birthday, or remember your marriage, your wedding, what's it called, anniversary, remember your kid's birthday and everything. And this continues over time. There is no way, so they say love shared is love appreciated. And one of the ways you can share love is by showing to people around you, or the one who you are together with, that you care about them. Once you begin to, show signs of negligence and nonchalance, like they don't matter, like they're just there and you're here, you're more worlds apart and everything, and you don't even give them the needed attention, there is no way such marriage will not suffer heavily sexually. Because you can only feel sexually attracted to a man whom you see as your soulmate. The chemistry will only be there when you have things in common, when you can connect with them, soul, body, and mind. Once there is a disparity, there is no way that will not affect your marriage and ultimately your sex life. So basically, when there are unsettled relationship issues like infidelity, like disrespect, like lack of trust and everything, this will build up, be building up, and before you know it, it will start affecting your sex life. Even when the man tries to initiate sex, the woman sees it as punishment. Hey, you want to do what? Don't come near me, When women begin to have children, their attention shifts a bit, even if it's not going to be long term, but there's an initial shift of attention from the man to the child. And, sex and emotion with women, sex and emotion are intertwined. Women cannot have sex, would probably not have sex with somebody they do not feel emotionally attached to. That's the truth. So if a woman is not emotionally attached to the man, then sex will become a big deal. It will become like something you're managing to do, that kind of a thing. And at some point in my marriage, I had issues with sex, and this caused a lot of trouble. If not for the fact that I have a mature man, it would have broken up my marriage. That's the truth. What caused mine? Childcare and stress from work. And I also would always say that you complain of stress from work. Don't I work as well? You work, I work. So why would you always complain about stress from work? I had to seek help before I could overcome it. It takes a lot of commitment, a lot of strong willingness to want to get out of that box is one thing that you will need as a woman, especially as a woman. Men don't usually have low sex drive, except of course if there's another woman somewhere. It is particular to women. Women have this issue with low libido as they age and as they give birth. It goes off and on, and then basically it becomes an issue in marriage if care is not taken and if it is not properly managed. There are so many marriages today that are sex starved. There's so many marriages today that are breaking up because of lack of sex or inadequate sex. You would wonder how. Is marriage all about sex? Well, to women, it might not be all about sex, but to men, they cherish it a lot when they can call on their women any day, anytime, and have good and quality sex with them. If you're depriving men of that right to have sex with you, to have good sex with you, my sister, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Another factor that we tend to downplay or overlook in Nigeria, where I'm filming from, is the issue of mental health. A lot of people are going through stuff. People are going through personal issues that you cannot even imagine, that you know nothing about. And they still show up every day as if everything is fine. And you will just assume that because you see them looking all put together, all well put together, looking all beautiful or handsome, that everything is fine with them. In marriage, there are two people involved, and these two people involved are humans first before they are even a couple. So the issues of mental instability could be one of the reasons your sex drive or your sex life is getting worse by the day. And one thing about sexual intimacy is if it gets worse and you're doing nothing about it, it has a tendency of blowing out and escalating, and before you know it, it gets from worse to worst, irredeemable. And at that point, divorce is the only way out, because sexless marriages tend to highlight a lot of other issues. It causes nagging, it causes disrespect, it causes resentment. If you do not do something fast about that sexless marriage, then you might find that your marriage hits the rock irredeemably. Irredeemably. Starved. You do not talk about sex with your partner, or the thought of talking about sex with them irritates you. You don't even want to initiate sex talk with them. You don't feel like having that conversation with them. That is how you get to know that you are, if not there already, you are inching closer by the day to having a sexless or sex-starved marriage. Because, sex does not just happen, There must be a precursor. There must be something that happens, then another one happens, and that happens, and then that leads to sex, right? There are some actions that come before the real deal, the action. So if you're not preparing the ground for this to thrive, then you might find yourself, or that means that marriage is gradually losing its sexual spark and has got to be redeemed as fast as possible. If you withhold sex as a means of punishment, your husband offends you, your wife did you wrong, and then the next thing is you're not going to give in to sex, or you're going to deprive them of sex. This might sound like it's normal, like that's how our forefathers used to behave, but times are fast changing. You don't deprive your partner of sex because you're angry. That's totally immature. If you're angry, the best thing you need to do is you sit them down and talk about it. Do not withhold sex because you want to show that you're angry, or because you are aggrieved, or because you're an irate husband. Who does that? Don't get used to it though. If that's what you've been doing, you have to stop it. You have to stop it. It sounds like it's a big deal. It's not easy to achieve, but you thoroughly deprive them of sex. One of the proven ways to resolve issues in marriage is through effective communication. Talk to them when they can listen, what they can assimilate, and in the most polite manner, not withholding sex. If you find that lately you've been watching a lot of pornography, sex movies, I'm not in your marriage and I don't know what is going on, but if you've been watching too much blue film lately, watch it. You have to stop watching that pornography and take practical steps at ensuring that you save your marriage. The only way you can do that is having a conversation with your partner, telling them what you want. What pornography does to you is that it gives you the satisfaction you're supposed to be getting in your partner. Does that make any sense? You get used to it and then you forget about your partner. Whenever you feel like it, whenever you feel the sexual urge that you're supposed to unleash on your partner, you pick up your gadgets, maybe your phone or your computer or whatever it is that you use for your exploits, and you begin to watch pornography. That will do you no good. What's the essence of marriage without the bond, without sexual intimacy? What is the need for it? Do not get addicted to it. Why watch it in the first place? Most couples are guilty of these, but the thing we're saying here is you need to stop it right now. Like, it's not good at all. Good. This is very particular, and I'm sure a lot of couples would be able to relate to this. Some couples only have sex on special occasions, maybe on Valentine's Day, maybe on their marriage or wedding anniversary, on their birthdays, to celebrate promotion, to celebrate a new house, to celebrate a new car. They don't see sex as a regular duty, like you give it to celebrate or to appeal or to commend, that kind of a situation. If that's what you've been doing in your marriage, my sister, my brother, you have to check it. The more often you have it, the better for your marriage. So don't make it a once in a blue moon affair. All right, do it as it comes. Flex with it. Whenever you feel like it, just go ahead and do it. Whenever your partner feels like it, do it, even if you're not enjoying it. Sometimes it happens, right? Except you want to lie. Sometimes you just do it for your partner because you want him to be happy, not necessarily because you're also in the mood. Because there are times you are in the mood as well, and they are not, and they still, compromise. Marriage is all about sacrifices. If you find that you're getting attracted to another man or to another woman outside your marriage, you're getting attracted to another person, you see someone and you begin to imagine having sex with them, that means your marriage is lacking the sex that you desire. I mean, if you have enough of it, you will not even think, you will not be fantasizing when you see another person's property. I'll be back next week with more tips on how you can foster a beautiful, healthy, and long-lasting relationship going forward. I learned a lot myself. I told you we're learning together, but don't worry, I'll do the research and come here to tell you so that together we can make the best of our homes. May God help us. Thank you for watching my video today. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.